Oh, 1 second, 1 second. Oh, ooh la la. Hello, hello. Hello,
Hola,
hello.
Kass.
I don't know why you say goodbye when I say hello. Yes.
Wow.
Welcome.
Welcome,
Welcome.
Kass. Thank you for doing this, for creating together, for
Hi,
connecting.
Kass. How are you? Deep
Oh, I'm doing
Malaysia.
good. I'm doing good, Mamacita. Doing good, good, good. I got it.
Great.
Yes, yes. Is it better? Let's see. Let's see. None. Better? Like this? Or do you like?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That's that way I
Better
can see
like
you.
this.
Hello,
So we
hello.
have
Hello,
four
hello.
Casses in the screen. And
Yeah.
Cass, I was telling you right before we started recording, I am so thankful and so grateful. And for having you in my life, for creating these calls, for connecting with people, and really grateful for the more than 400 people that have registered for this class. And in that, recognizing the invitation that we all are, not just you and me, but the invitation that we all are for choosing more consciousness, for choosing ourselves, for saying hello to our lives.
Yes. And, you know, the beauty, the consciousness of this time of life is an invitation for the change we've been asking for. That's going to show up as Dr. Dane and Gary Douglas and Simone Mills, Grace Douglas and Shannon O'Hara, that is showing up in a different way than we ever imagined. Yeah. What is the change?
Wow. And what is the change we haven't recognized? Because, I mean, and let me introduce you. Let me introduce
Let
you
me
to the
introduce you
world.
to yourself. Yes, exactly. I just
No, but
want to
let
say,
me introduce you
don't.
to the world.
Oh, okay.
And so we know there's, and just taking the thread of what you just said, there's so many new people in Access. There's so many new people in the world that are choosing consciousness. And we're very accustomed to one another, and a lot of people here know us. But there's also a lot of people that don't. And so let me introduce you to the world. Cass Thomas is one of the first certified facilitators in Europe. She was the first facilitator that brought Gary to Italy and translated consecutively one of the first classes in Europe of Access Consciousness. She is this magnificent creator and has this voice that reaches bodies, people, cities, creations, and is a joy to receive from her because she is always open to receiving, to sharing, and creating. And you've been in my life for over 6 years, and since the day we met, it was magic. So this is Cass for me, who is an incredible being, and I love sharing the space with her.
Thank you so much. So much. In addition, hello, everyone. Hello. What is the magic that we are, right? That shows up in a different way than we ever imagined. And Cass Thomas from the United States of America, Boston, and then New York. Lived in Paris for a year, in my junior year abroad in college. And now I've been in Rome for over 20 years. However, I travel around the world. And thanks to traveling around the world, I met this gal. Don't know if you've ever seen her. Don't know if you know her. Her name says Eri on the list, but it's Eréndira. And such would have loved to, hello, Eréndira. And I love that lipstick. I think I need to get that. Just saying, that's just for you, just for me, just for fun. You don't have to tell anyone. But the intelligence, you know, there are a lot of people who are doing, access consciousness and they're doing it, right? And I don't do access consciousness, and neither does Ari. We be access consciousness. And that is a little bit of a difference. And there is in a level of intelligence, of clarity, and she's been working in so many different organizations and a manager and a speaker. And so when we connected and created in the last 6 years, her clarity, don't tell her I said this, okay? Her clarity is quite a contribution. So if there's anyone who is, we're talking about the big five, and we will be talking about that. But if there's anyone who is thinking that they're wrong or thinking that they're right, you don't have to be right or wrong or good or bad, right? The points of creation and the points of destruction, all 100 of those, right? Just being you, as Dr. Dane here says, it's an amazing book. Being you, just being you, you can and will change the world. It's an invitation. So these big five that we'll play with a bit in this time is something that just came out a few years ago in Access. And it's quite clarity. Access does not have the answer. It's the questions. See what works for you. And we'll ask you to go on silence and you can raise your hand if you have anything. But that especially during COVID, that brilliance of Eréndira and being a coach and working as a high level business um, was an invitation for me during COVID to activate, 3 steps. And I did share it with Access and working with me and my Dancing with Riches and my 7 steps to flawless communication, the books, the workshops, the songs. And I'm really grateful. And the foundation, the fondamento, as we say in Italian, is great.
Oh, somebody poked on whiteboard.
Cool.
Okay. And thank you, Cass, for that because I think that the pandemic was a turning point. And like I was saying, there's so many new people in Access. There's so many. And I remember when I started Access in 2016, in 2017, I did my first foundation with Dr. Dane here and Gary Douglas in Paris. It was a global foundation. And for those that don't know what the foundation is, we will talk about it a little bit. But I remember that their ask was to reach 10,000 people in consciousness. And and we reached it through Access Consciousness very shortly after that. But what amazes me is that we have so many new people that are choosing it. Like you were saying, not choosing a tool to just say they're choosing something or doing
Mhm,
something, but
mhm,
really, and we travel around the world giving classes, we travel around the world going to classes also. and and in the last classes that I've seen that I've been with because I also host classes for Access Consciousness, it's it's incredible to see the vibrancy of this new, like, it's, I call it like consciousness hunger that the world wants to change the world. And I see it in the businesses and in the consultancies I do. I see it with young people because I don't know if all of you know, I know you know, Cass, I have a 22-year-old son, and he is just this spark for me to push me, to remind me that the business world, the way new generations are creating is not the same way we did. And that there's something different in the world of business creation and of life creation that is not linear, and that nothing is going to stop them. Nothing is going to stop me for sure, and you. And the invitation of talking about the big five today is looking at what these five energies are, savoring them, and being able to use them and be them to eliminate all the limitations for you to have total freedom to be you. And
Yes.
like you said, there's no
Yes.
right and there's no wrong. Whatever it is, your relationships, your work, your projects, your ideas, whatever it is.
I just have so much joy and ease with being with people because each and every one of us, please believe it, you have your magic, you know? So we'll play with these, the big five, right? It's actually simply an invitation, not just today, but for every day, for us to see where we are disconnecting from who we truly be. And everything that doesn't allow that, hold on to it, keep it. Just kidding, right?
Yeah. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and puck, all 100 shorts, voice, poets, creations, bases, and beyonds.
And when you
And
say to
and it's
somebody,
funny
don't let
because
it go, don't let it go, when you say don't let it go, don't let it go, then the infinite beings will be like, I will let it go. I won't listen to you. So that's always what
oh,
carries.
let me go into that because sometimes we are the ones that tell each other. I tell myself, don't let it go, don't let it go because it's been working for you until now, up until now. Don't let it go, don't let it go because somebody told me this was gonna work out for me if I did it this way. Or don't let it go, don't let it go because if I let it go, I'm gonna do it different than my spouse, than my friend, than my family, and I'm gonna be too different.
Yes.
So all the places where we're using this narrative, this storytelling to ourselves that doesn't allow us to really disconnect from the limitation or from the point of view. And it's not from exclusion, it's disconnecting and letting it be. And that gives you space for you to choose you, for you to choose something different, for you to choose something that you've never tried before. That's what it's about. It's not against anything, it's not rejecting anything, it's not against anyone. It's for you, for the world, for creation, for more choice. That's consciousness.
Absolutely. And you can be delicious and delightful and amazing if you're doing something on your own. And it can be delicious, delightful, and amazing doing some with someone. You don't have to. Um, However, when you choose to, see what it shows up. And I hope when you speak, I don't cry for joy because I'm loving this conversation
And I
and
don't know if
letting it
you've
get
heard,
flow.
and I don't know if you've heard, I have this wonderful friend that says, there's no way you can get yourself wrong. Oh, I think that was you that
There's
says that.
nobody that does you better than you. Exactly.
There's no way that no one does you better than you. There's no way of getting yourself wrong.
uh,
You are always you. And how much more you can you be that you haven't chosen until today? That if you chose, you would be the gift you are in the world.
yes.
And
And
everything that And allow that, please, Cass. Let's destroy and uncreate it.
Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and pod, or pod and POC, all 100. Shorts, boys, Hovads, creation, species, and beyonds. This is a access consciousness, you know, clip. You can find that on the access consciousness clearing statement. And it's interesting. You don't have to remember it, recognize it. Uh, all you have to remember and recognize is you. Yeah, and your brilliance. Yeah, absolutely. So there's I don't know if my our buddy Fabio Maeda is here because I just see you and I see me. But we do all the time, you know, Ari does translations and hosting in different places and lives in different countries and my we're going to be doing at the end of the month a foundation together. And I've been doing foundations for like 20 years, right? Each and every one is different. And I'm delighted to do in the month of June. Thank you, June. Thank you, month of June. I'm going to be doing a foundation um, with this lovely lady in Italy, and the 26th, 7th, 8th, and 9th of June. And the week before that, I'm going to do a foundation in Brazil, O Brasil, Brasile, with a lovely friend and facilitator trainer, also a father, and also a translator and also a host. So Abdul Maida, if he's here, he can come on and talk with us.
And
But
Cass,
yeah,
sorry, just because you're talking about foundation and and this energy that comes up, and I just wanted to share because in August, I last August I gave a foundation and it was so beautiful because what I see in my classes, it's lately is that there's people that come and say, but I was afraid to take the foundation because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what I was coming to, what. And I just wanted to share this because there was this person in this foundation, and she said, and and it's about this connecting and being your magic and being present in your life. It's she said, I if I would have known what the foundation was, I would have chosen it so many years ago. Because really what it is, it's a conversation with yourself. It's a tete-a-tete with yourself, an honest and open and vulnerable conversation with yourself in which the facilitators or the facilitator opens up a space for you. And it's a space where we co-created together, not just the facilitators, if there's then more than one, but the whole participants, the space, the city that we're in, the country that we're in. It's a co-facilitation, it's a co-creation of something greater that we're all willing to be. And that's what, for me, a lot of times access consciousness tools are. It's a space where you find parts of you that you had forgotten, where you and I in my classes and in what I do, I talk a lot about fragmentation. And this is a little bit talking about the big five. It's a little bit what happens with the big five. We use the big five to fragment ourselves and make us eatable, chewable for this reality. and and really what the invitation is to take these big five energies and look at your life and go through it at whatever pace you want and see the wholeness of you, see the totality of you, see the magic of you, See how you are connected with you, with your body, with the world. And from there, being willing to receive what the demand, the answer of the universe for the demand that you have put out there.
It's such a lovely vibration when you talk about it, and we will be able to listen to it again. I just wanted to say, I forgot to say that I was in India and her son came and surprised me because he was there last year and it was awesome. I mean, I've been there other times too, but it's really great. And sometimes if you have children, there's no coincidence. If you don't, there's no coincidence. The kids of others will come and find you and really be an invitation for us to know that we are always, until 6 or 7 or 8, always so connected with ourselves. And so if we're disconnecting from ourselves, you can't get you wrong. These tools in the foundation can show you what it is that invited a disconnection from yourself. You say that in a different way. Sometimes it's our awareness, right, that has us detach from our knowing. And that's okay if you're aware that you are not being the truth of who you truly be. And that's what these big fives show us, the different ways in which we can pretend that we're not being who we truly are.
Should we go into them?
Yes, yes.
Do you
Is
guys
it's
want to hear it? Do you
yeah,
guys want to taste it? Do you guys want to go into that space of these big five? Are you sure?
are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. All right. So the first that, clearing statements and stuff of access are very interesting as well. But these big five, how long ago did this come out?
I think about a year and a half ago. It
Okay. Yeah.
was, yeah, because last year in the Global Foundation, they put an excerpt in the manual immediately. So it was a little bit before the Global Foundation last year.
Yeah. Okay. So the big five, right? Five means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And the first one is about the presumptive realities, PRs, uh, realtà presuntive. No,
Realidades presuntivas.
the presumptive realities are the things you presume or assume must be true, even though you have no reason for understanding that as true or seeing it as true. That's only 100,000 things. That
Or
shows up
more
for me.
because because we're such great creators. And again, I go back to the narrative that we tell ourselves. It's all those stories that we believe is true. Or even sometimes we use the presumptive realities as things that were once true for us in our life, and we've hung on to them to continue to believe they were true, but maybe they're not true for you anymore. Maybe because something was true for me 20 years ago, today I assume and presume that that's the way it
Hello,
is, instead of
hello,
asking myself a
hello.
question. Hello?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. I love it. I mean, the other four are a little bit, easy. This one, the first one, when I first read it, right? But what have we assumed? Like she's saying, what do we assume is obviously true? Somebody doesn't like us, something we cannot do, we don't, do this well. What have we assumed?
Or even I assume that I'm already great, that I've reached my greatness, that I've reached the top of my career, that I've made viable all my dreams. Yeah, those were the dreams you had when you were 5, or you were 10, or you were 15, or you were 20. What are your dreams today? And what PRs, what presumptive realities are you using to distance yourself from what is true for you today? And everything that is, and everything that brings up. Do you want to destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Times a godzillion,
Boom. Right and
right
wrong, good
now.
and bad. Go for it.
Hawk and Pod, all 100. Shorts, toys, pull beds, creation, spaces, and beyonds. And you never have to say all that. You could just say puck and pod.
Or
Puck and
also
pod.
sometimes if you're just starting, you can connect to the energy of what is happening to your body right now. You can connect to the energy of that relaxation that just came into your body, because I've just felt it. I know Cass has also, because I know her well enough to see when her body tingles away, that something just happens. So sometimes when you start access, it's like, oh, I have to know how to make a question. Oh, I don't remember the clearance statement. Oh, and sometimes just connecting with the energy of this moment, of what we've just allowed ourselves to be with the question that I made, just brings it back to you when you're on a bus, when you're in traffic, when you're taking a shower, when you're eating lunch, or when you're with friends or in a discotheque having a blast, and you start saying, "Oh my God, I'm not supposed to be. I'm 54. I'm not supposed to be at a club dancing." And then you remember, "Oh, what were these big things, big five? What was that?" And then you connect with the energy that we're being right now, and all of a sudden, something just expands, and you connect in a different way in the enjoyment of your life at that moment.
Exactly. Exactly. And know that you cannot get you wrong. Yeah. And if there's something that shows up that was defined by wrong, check out these big fives, because what is it that you have, you know, defined and articulated and assumed and presumed was the
Yeah.
wrongness of you. Yeah.
Then the second one is the need for reactive realities, or Norse.
What are you
And
saying?
it's
What are you saying? What are you saying? This is my reactive reality.
yeah, absolutely. Or am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be doing this? And
Hello? Hello?
oh, wait. I need to respond correctly. Or
Yeah.
and and
Okay. Okay.
and it's sometimes, it's sometimes we use it as a mechanism
Mm,
to, like a response mechanism to connect with people. It's like, oh, I know that my relationship with Cass started this way 6 years ago. So I've already installed in our relationship this reactive reality so I can feel connected with her. Let me tell you guys, that's not possible. Between Cass and me, that's not possible. Because we change, and we choose change so much. Only us. No one else in the world chooses change. Only us. We're always just trying to make ourselves feel uncomfortable, to see what new things can come, and also it's not for everyone.
she's kidding that.
You can do it.
She's
You can do
kidding.
it.
Birds do it, bees do it. Okay, all right. I don't have to say it. Even educated,
So,
please do it. Yeah,
so it's, yes, it's this way that we've decided that we need to respond.
yeah. And that's, the way we need to react, right? Yeah. how when someone says something or something like that. And that's the second one, right? First one, presumptive realities. The second one, need of reactive realities. And the third one is need of reactive
But
response.
before you go into the third one,
Okay.
can you give us a little process for the need of reactive realities?
Yeah. So, well, you just did. I love that process you did. So, and what if somebody says something to me or doesn't respond to me? What how do I need to react? How do I need to, really react to them, right? I mean, and the correct reaction, in order for people to feel, connected to me. That's the question. So everything that is, everywhere you're trying to, go into the need of a reactive reality, instead, like Ari said, connecting with you. Because when you do, and when you do these big fives, you actually see things, people from different perspectives. Does it anyway show up for you? Like when someone's talking to you and you're like, oh my goodness, you're just seeing them and looking at them and looking at that, or something happens and you're looking at that and seeing that. That when you are really connected and you're getting rid of those big fives, right? Daily, you don't have to just let it go. It shows up again. You say, so what is the need of reactive reality that I'm thinking I need now?
Oh,
Can I look at this from a different perspective? Another perspective? From the right, from the left, from up, from down, from in front of me, from behind me. And then see exactly she's which
wow. I'm like,
and then you see it in a different way. Does that work for you, honey?
absolutely. And
Yeah.
everything that is right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all hundred, shorts, boys, Povats, creations, bases, and beyonds.
And it's very interesting where we can talk about this in the foundation, but this Park and Pod and Park, I remember a couple of years ago, Dr. Dane here and Simone Milasas, they were doing what the clearing statement is, and she would say Pod and Park, and he would say Park and Pod. And then he was like, why do you put the point of destruction before the point of creation? It was just a joke because he was doing. He said, oh, I know why. Because you're in Australia, which is down
You're
below.
down under.
And I'm in the north of America, which is above. So the
But
park, the point of creation and the point of destruction. But you can
but
actually look at that from different perspectives. Anyway, I'm just saying.
and
Yeah.
also the order of the elements doesn't alter the conscience that this brings you, because I remember also, like in this past year and a half, there has been so many changes in access, and the clearing statement has changed 3 or 4 times. And I remember when creations and bases were added, it was like the certified facilitators at first, and then we share it with the whole world. Like Gary was saying, no, you have to put creations before bases. And then Dane started saying it, bases before creations. And then you'd hear Dr. Dane say it, and then he's like, Gary tells me I need to put creations before bases, but just it comes out bases before creations. It really doesn't matter. It's
No,
that
exactly. Exactly.
willingness
Exactly.
to change something.
I went several years ago at a facilitator training. People used to ask me, can I do this first? Can I do that first? I said, of course, you can do it anyway. So I went and I did ask that to Gary Douglas. Can you say, something wrong and right, bad and good, or do you have to say right and wrong, good and bad? He said, of course not. And I was just asking, of course not. You can say it in any way. So I really actually love that different people, right? They do say that basis in the creations, and it depends on what's showing up in your life, right? So the need of reactive response systems, responding to the clearing statements, right? The NOR slimes, they called it. The need, when we feel like we have a need, right? And a friend of a gal here in Italy, once when I was hosting, I hosted and translated, several times, several years until I was able to get people activated in Italy, and then okay, great, and they could translate, and then I could travel. But one went and said to Dr. Dane, Dr. Dane, you every time you come, you usually hug me. And I really need a hug this time. And Dr. Dane said, ah, that's why I didn't hug you this time. So, what is the need of reactive response systems? A hug from someone that you hug them and you want them to hug you back, right? Or forward. What is that need of reactive response systems in anything? Right? That you put in place so that you will never be wrong.
Güey, güey.
Everything that is. Everything that
Voy.
is. Times a godzillion. Right and wrong.
Good and
Good.
bad.
Park and pod and park.
All those 100 stories that you tell yourself. Bomb. That the
Short,
world tells yourself.
shorts, boys,
Short
over.
voice, Povats, creations, bases, and beyond.
And all the beyonds, creating the beyonds, eternally beyond. Right and wrong, good and bad, park and pod, spaces and beyonds.
And
So
again,
you
Cass, it's this, we did these processes and there's something that relaxes. It's something that relaxes in the group. It's something that relaxes in the air. And there's something that relaxes beyond what we can see.
hmm,
We're
hmm.
changing something on the other side of the globe of where you are. We're changing something in the future that hasn't even happened.
And can I just say this about relaxing, right? We, how do you define relax? Because how is relaxation for you? And this is relaxation. It's different because it's a presence, it's a vibe, right? It's a vibe. And so some people call relaxation a little like this. Oh yeah, I'm really relaxed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And all the
And even
places we've used the big five to avoid recognizing what relaxation is for you in every moment of your life, let's just pock and pod that.
pocket pod,
Because
pod and
sometimes for
pod and
me,
pod.
relaxation is going to a spinning class or running 10 kilometers or, you know, or driving 5 hours somewhere. And sometimes it's being a couch potato.
Ooh, ooh, a couch potato. Me gusta, me gusta. I like it. It's on the play. Let me touch it. Wow, wow. All right. So, what is that for?
The AI actualizers. And I love the AI actualizers because right now in our reality, in this reality, and in the everyday life, AI is so in vogue. It's so we have to use AI because it's gonna tell us what we don't know.
We have to look. We have to look.
Let me
Look at
open the GPT chat to get the answer. And it's really funny because I have this friend that her son was studying here in Barcelona and we were going out to lunch and he's like, oh my God, I'm having these really deep conversations with GPT chat. And I go, hey, why don't you just like when you want to have these deep conversations with GPT chat, why don't you call me and we can meet for coffee and we can have this true connection, this true
me.
honesty,
Call
this
me. I want to talk to
this
you.
true creation of sharing different points of views. So, and what the AI actualizers in Access Consciousness do It's kind of like I explain it because I heard someone explain it like this and I loved it. It's like the navigator in your car or on your phone, where you put a location, and I'm going from my house to the beach, and then all of a sudden you don't know why, because you're just following your knowing. You turn right instead of going straight like the navigator says, and all of a sudden for nanoseconds, the navigator goes crazy and has, wait, I'm relocating, wait, I'm recalculating. I'm gonna take you back to the way I say it's the right way to go. And that way, what the AI actualizers in the big five do is try to take you back into the PRs, the percent of reality, so you can again go through every one of them one more
Wow.
time. And that keeps
Wow.
busy in the rat race or in the hamster wheel of the non-creation of your life.
Hello. Hello. The
Hello?
hamster of the non-creation of your life. Wow.
So what are you
Yeah.
going to choose?
And-
Are you going to choose to turn at whichever street you want to receive the surprises that the universe has for you? Or are you going to put the navigator or on your phone, in your car, wherever it is, on your iWatch, to tell you the right way to go into what you have presumed and assumed should be? And everything that comes up,
Everything. Everything.
everything, everything, todo, everything. And I don't know how to say it in Portuguese. Everything,
Todo, I
you
think. Yeah.
right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all hundreds, shorts, boys, povats, creations, bases, and beyonds.
So what do we do when we are connected with these big five, the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one? What is it that we can be, do, have, create, and generate?
Wow, and feel how your body lights up, and feel how a spark just goes, phew. Feel how something has changed in you. And you don't need to understand it cognitively. Just something has changed. Something has moved. You have gotten a new perspective. Maybe you've made a zoom out. Maybe you've made a zoom in,
You
and
know,
recognize and thank yourself for just seeing it from another place.
you don't have to, even those the 10 keys, I did that and yeah, you did translated. I did that 10 short days of between Christmas and New Year's with different people. And one of the 10 keys is about no exclusion. So please do not exclude you. Do not exclude your past, right? Your present. Do not exclude you. And Gary Douglas put on Instagram a really short, very short. It wasn't him. It was like a graphic type of thing, but about someone saying, they're about the big five, really. For me, it was that someone was like, oh, you know, I don't really want to do this anymore. What I'm doing now. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Okay, do you want to stop it? Yes, I'd like to stop it. And so they stopped it. It was just they were like, wait a minute, why did he stop it? I want to go back. I wanted that to be in my life too. So please, with these big five, where we're thinking, the reactive response systems and the need of, certain things in our lives and blah, 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 blah. right? The reactive realities and all the AIs and also all the presumptive realities. What about the fifth element? What
Wow.
about the fifth
That
element?
for me was like a blew up my world because we do that so much. We are functioning so many times from the fifth element.
It's part of the big five, right? It's designed to invalidate being. Isn't that amazing?
Just
It's
that.
it's the need to save mankind that we can never succeed at because people can never receive it. So it invalidates being. And I'm just saying, I always say this, but it's true for me. We chose to be here on planet Earth, probably because of the vibration. So please be in line with your vibration. Try these big fives, and you can and will change the world, just like Harry is
And
saying.
also for me, if we link the big five to access and to tools or to whatever answers we find for or I found for my life, something that happened to me with access is like I wasn't suffering. My life was wonderful. I I was on a roll. I was living the life. And all of a sudden, access consciousness tools come to me. And it was like, wow, I can have more. I can see it from a different place. I can enjoy more. I can create life from a different place. Wow. Wow. It's not like I got to access because I was trying to solve a problem or change something dreadful in my life. No. And it's not right or wrong if you have that. But when I found the tools and I started doing access with my son that was 13 then, now he's 22, and we went and we saw how our life started changing, how our relationship, how his school started changing, how my business, how I was negotiating in a different way, how I was managing my team of almost 30 people in a different way, and it started changing and changing. What happens sometimes is that, oh my God, I want everyone to have this. And I call my friend that's having like financial problems and, oh, please try this, please try this. And I tell my friend that just broke her knee, oh, come on, instead of getting an operation, first try body processes or this or that. And and just months after, something clicked in me that again clicked in me with the fifth element is like, people sometimes cannot receive what you were willing to receive. So don't try to change people's life that are not asking you to change it. Just change your life. Choose for yourself and be through your life the invitation so everyone sees and perceives the change in you, that maybe it will be an invitation for them to choose to discover what the change would be for them. That it's not going to be the same as yours. It's going to be something completely different.
And it's so amazing. Thank you so much for that. And we will be really an invitation to some Zooms also, especially for anyone signing up for these the foundation. It's never, ever the same. And so, yeah. And
And
she's going to be
this
doing
big five,
Zoom tomorrow. You're going to be doing a Zoom tomorrow, yes?
yes, I'm going to be doing a Zoom tomorrow. It's an incredible Zoom. I didn't tell you, but I've been in the business world for over 30 years. And I've been creating with people and companies and products, and I love commerce, and I love creation of businesses, and I love all these things. So along with Roxy Tortolero, who is a CF and also is like a mega businesswoman, and we say that our energies match a lot when we talk about business and creation. We do some creations together, and tomorrow we're gonna have a Zoom that is called the Consciousness of Commerce. So here's the link. It's a 2-hour Zoom. It's not translated. It's going to be in Spanish only. And but if you're interested, I mean, we have gotten so much consciousness of how in this reality business is done transactional. And when we are trying to have a conscious business, we eliminate, again, we extract the transactionality of commerce. What if you could have and include a transactional point of view into the creation of your life and your business that you haven't been willing to do because it's not conscious? That if you did, could open the door so many more people could connect with you, so many more people could create with you, and you could be the change that you are. And the catalyzer, do you say it like that in English? El catalizador. And to catalyze that
Yeah.
creation of ideas in the world.
So you can say that in Spanish. That's great. So she's got the link there. That's awesome. And so, and if anyone's joining us for the foundation, then
The foundation in June, remember, Italy, Cass Thomas, and me, Eréndira Velázquez, from the 26th to the 29th. We're also gonna do a live and online out of the box on the 27th. And we will share that information with you.
yes.
And
And I will
this
share
week
that. Yeah, go ahead.
and this week also, this week talking, we also, again, because Cass and I love doing business, we love speaking in public and connecting with energies. And so on the 11th of June, we're going to do a class at 7 p.m. Rome time, Spain time, and this will have translation for all of you that are here. And it's called The Voice of Your Business. So this is going to be
your business. Yes.
This is going to be also a great invitation to find your voice and allow to receive what contribution your voice can be to the creation of your business, your work, your ideas.
Absolutely. And I'm so delighted I will be going to, I think Fabio Meira was on a live or something, so he wasn't able to be here. But going and doing the 3-day body in Sao Paulo, and also an exchange in the next couple of weeks, and then in Brasilia in August. But I'll be doing my Dancing with Riches, which is a book, a song, and a work.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. I've taken and been part of this workshop with Cass. I've co-facilitated parts of it with her. It's a journey through the movement of what you are as the creation.
It's a lot. It's easy, it's fun, and it's quite profound. So, but anyway, there's an intro. Anyone joining any of those classes can have that for free. It'll be on the 19th in the evening in Brazil, and there will be others here. So I think that.
And also, I will be giving foundation in Spain, several places in June and July and August. Also, Simone Molasses will be coming for a 3-day body class in July. And Cass will be going to Mexico probably at the end of October, November, and we're gonna create a 3-day body class in Mexico. But
Hmm. And
do
also the
not
Czech
put it in
Republic, I'll
your
be doing a 3-day
agenda.
body. The
Do
Czech
not put it in
Republic.
your agenda. Do not. For me, Cass is magic with bodies. She has a way of connecting and communicating with bodies. So if it's Brazil, Europe, Mexico, Istanbul, India, if you really have a chance,
Yeah.
Czech Republic, if you really have a chance to take a 3-day body class, ask your body, where does your body want to go? And where is this class gonna take you to that you're now willing to go? So for whatever class that is, really.
And we'll be hosting also Andrew in Italy for a 3-day body. And who else? Anybody else? We would love to be an invitation for you with your business. It can be business, dancing, singing, yoga, whatever it is. When you're connected with you and you get out of those big fives, you will be a gift to not only you and your body, but to the world.
And you
Thank you
just
so
said
much.
something, Cass, and I'd want to reiterate this because sometimes when you're new in Access, or I noticed these past months when you're have been in Access for a long time. I was just in Cologne hosting Dr. Dane here in the ESB class in the energetic synthesis of being, and I was the demand of myself of being really present because I noticed that I was going to classes or taking classes, access consciousness classes, and not choosing to be present. As you can see, presence is something that is accompanying me lately. And so I was really present in the class and I was able to receive the tools and be the tools in a
Hmm.
completely different way, even after 9 years of being in access.
Wow.
So
Wow.
how, uh, and I just want to, like, this question came up. Are you willing to see access as if it were a brand new tool that you have every single day, every single moment, in every single area of your life, that if you allowed it, would show you all the infinite possibilities that are there for you? Really expand, explode, connect, be the magic that you are.
If it's magic, then why can't it be everlasting? You are magic. I hope your magic is everlasting. Thank you so much. Not We don't have translators on this. We have transliterators. Arigato
And
gozaimasu.
thank you,
We
thank
say
you, thank you, thank
in
you to
Japanese. Arigato
Maeve,
gozaimasu.
to Brenda, to Bianca, to who is the other translator, Fernanda. Thank you so much.
Fernanda's
I'm a
amazing. We
translator
gotta be with
also, and
Fernanda and gracias.
grazie, thank
Gracias.
you. Cass,
Yes,
again, thank you for being in my life.
a pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. And thank you, everyone. And any questions when we're next week, you will be putting you online to talk about them. Okay. Thank you. And get the big fives out. Bye bye.
Adios.